Hey, everybody, it's Scott Steen with winnersandwhiners.com coming to you with the
Hump Day.
edition of Today in Sports Betting and doing it NBA style here today with my partner, Scott Reichel. Scott, as always, we're going to start off with the TV games, and then we'll talk about anything else that gets us excited. And first game going to be on TV, Scott. Actually, pretty good game. Maybe the game of the night, perhaps. I don't know.
Oh, it's supposed to be if you ignore the injury report, but it should be a pretty good game.
Well, let's ignore the injury report. No, we can't. You can't do that in the NBA. You cannot ever ignore the injury report. Of course, this is where it's more relevant than usual. Of course, we're talking about the Nets and the 76ers. 76ers are at home. They are 6.5-point favorites. Kyrie is the big question here, my friend. Will he or won't he, Scott?
I'm going to say no.
I'm going to say no. And do we know why he's out?
Personal reasons.
No, thanks.
And nobody knows. Nobody knows.
Okay. Harden's still out with his hammy, of course.
I'm assuming Durant will play, but it is a back-to-back. So you have to wonder if Durant, right off of the return, he's played, 3 games since he came back?
Yes, I believe that's correct.
Do you think he plays tomorrow?
How many games has he played this season? Like 8?
Not enough.
Come on.
I'm just asking. Well, just throwing it out there.
I'm thinking about taking tomorrow off, Scott. Just personal day.
It happens. Every now and then you can get away with it when you have Kyrie's ball handling and that kind of stuff. But I'm trying to think of
one of those things.
Who's the last person who actually was this kind of, I don't know, aloof? Rodman?
He's a weird cat, man.
I kind of just mean because Rodman, during that last year with the Bulls, didn't he take off for 3 weeks for no reason at all?
Yeah, apparently he was a trailblazer.
He went to Vegas or something, and I guess Kyrie got inspired because he has been nowhere to – he went AWOL, 3 times so far this season?
He's still out there looking for the edge of the earth.
One of them was for a birthday party. The other one, I don't even know half the time. But Kyrie, in my opinion, do I think he's going to play? No.
Okay. All right. Did he play last? He didn't play last time.
No. But plus, Kyrie's also a political guy. So after everything that happened in Minnesota and whatever, I would be surprised if he just decides I'm not in the right mental state to play basketball. Sounds cliche, but I think you'd agree that's something Kyrie would say.
That's very, very Kyrie. He's a different cat. No question about that at all.
He stays true to himself. Nobody knows what he means half the time, but he stays true to himself. So,
I got to be honest. He lost me at the Earth is flat.
That's fair. I'm just saying, at least I'll give him credit. He's definitely either stubborn or consistent because he has not wavered at all on any opinion he's ever had.
No
That's
matter.
Admirable, even if you don't agree with his opinion.
No matter how shitty the take, he sticks with it.
Oh yeah, he's never gonna flip flop.
No question. 6 is a lot to lay with Philly, but man,
is it?
That's what?
Is it that's what I'm saying? I don't know who's going to play for the Nets because Durant, I think, should play.
Yes.
But I am curious if there's going to be a minute restriction because the Nets are in an interesting spot. They weren't supposed to play yesterday, but their game got rescheduled from Monday to Tuesday. So They have to now play a back-to-back with travel involved from Minnesota to Philly, which was unexpected. So I am kind of curious if this is a bad traveling spot. Having said that, the Nets did win by 30 yesterday.
Blasted them. Blasted the T-Wolves.
So you can kind of rest pretty much all your players in the fourth quarter.
The matinee, yeah.
So I don't really know what to buy into, but do you think that this is kind of a pretty weird scheduling spot for the Nets solely because of the unexpected back-to-back? You think it doesn't really matter?
Yeah, they were in Minnesota, right? That was a road game?
Well, they were in Minnesota for 2 days because the first day got canceled.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So they had to travel.
They had to travel, stay in Minnesota for a night. Yeah. I don't know if they flew back to Philly or they stayed until the morning. I'm assuming they flew back at night because they played a day game.
Yeah, I would think they flew. Yeah, I think they would fly to Philly.
Still, you have any thoughts? If I had to play it, I'd look to Philly, but that's all injury report based. No Harden, no Kyrie. Minnesota ended up not playing Towns, so I don't know how much stock I actually put into that outcome. But what do you think?
That's a bad team without Towns. It's a bad team with Towns. It's really bad without him.
Embiid could probably go for whatever he wants in this game.
I've got to lay the number there.
I think you have to.
With or without Kyrie, I'm laying that number.
Yeah, I think you kind of have to. But, oh well. It's one of those things, once again, where we can go more into detail, but we really can't. because until you see the injury report about 20 minutes before the game,
right,
I can't really talk about it.
Yeah, as it stands right now, I'm laying 6. I think if Kyrie plays, it goes down to 4.5, 4.
Correct, and I think that if everything happens that we said, which is Kyrie's not going to play, KD on maybe a minute restriction, line probably goes to, what do you think, 7.5 or 8?
No, I think Kyrie being baked in is already. I think it's already baked in a little bit.
Okay, I think it probably is too. But for confirmation, you might see a half point.
Yeah, it might make it to 7, but I doubt it. So we'll see. Well, it depends. You call it 6 now or 6.5?
I see 6.5.
We might get another point out of it. It might go to 7.5. You could be right.
Yeah, we'll see.
But I think that's mostly baked in. So yeah, give me the home team there. Give me Philadelphia. I know the Nets have been playing really well, but they haven't covered. They've been beaten up on bad teams.
They've been very good as an underdog, which is also a rare spot because the Nets with that roster have not been underdogs that many times this season.
Correct.
Really good against teams over 500, but you're looking at this spot with all the injuries. I'm not going to overreact to a game against Minnesota without its best player.
I'm with you there. All right, so Scott, the other game we've got, it's a battle out west, my friend. It's I can't get away. You know what? I get these teams where I get pissed at them, and they haunt me. Apparently I have to talk about it every day. For a while it was Boston.
They burned you yesterday. Said you were leaning Portland.
Yeah, I know. I didn't play it though. I did.
Of course, I had the one player prop. I had a player prop at 27-1. I was one Tatum 3-pointer short.
One Tatum short, man.
Yep, that happens. But I thought Boston would win. Game was close, and Boston pulled it out.
They did indeed, Scott. So we've got the Dallas Mavs and the Memphis Grizzlies right here. This is a rare game. We've got both a line and a total, so we should rejoice about that. Mm-hmm. Dallas favored on the road by 1.5.
Are you backing your favorite team?
Is Porzingis playing?
I have to assume yes, because he didn't play last game for rest. So I got to assume that he was resting for this game, I guess.
He's not on the injury report. Does that mean anything to you?
A good sign.
I suppose so. He's not questionable personal, so that's good.
I feel like just looking at this line, I don't like Memphis. I know you don't like Dallas. Well, both of us don't like Dallas, but don't you feel like you have to take the points with Memphis here? Do you really trust Dallas at all? Just spending more time complaining about the play-in tournament over the last day or two that I don't trust this team to actually make a run at any point. This team just seems to not take the regular season as seriously as they probably should. And Memphis was awful earlier in the year, but this team lately, even though they burned me on Friday night against the Knicks in a game they should have won, they've been pretty good. So I feel like I have to take Memphis at home getting points.
Yeah, you've got two teams that were playing really well up until about a week ago. And then
Dallas completely fell off. Memphis has been okay.
Memphis has lost 2 of their last 3, and the Mavs have lost 3 of their last 4.
Yeah.
So do with that what you will. Mavs, that loss to San Antonio, man, that really, really sticks in my craw there.
They gave us a farm, though, against Philadelphia.
They did. They absolutely did. But that's – do you have a much worse week, Scott, than losing outright to Houston and San Antonio?
It's going to be hard to find.
Unless, obviously they didn't have to play they didn't have to play the Oklahoma City Thunder. I guess that would have been the only thing to make it worse if they would have lost that game. But yeah, I'll take the home team here. I don't love it. I honestly don't, but I will.
Just looking at a game, which is, I think we can argue a coin flip worst case scenario.
Yeah,
they're giving me 2. I got to take Memphis.
I do think the Dallas defense is playing better, despite the fact they gave up 119 to San Antonio.
The thing about Memphis, their offense actually been really good for the last couple of weeks.
It has. It absolutely has. They put up 101 against the Bulls.
I feel like Valanciunas is going to kill this team tomorrow. Even if they lose, Valanciunas could probably go for 20 and 20.
You don't think Porzingis is going to step up?
I think that Valanciunas probably has about 30 pounds on Porzingis, so no. I think Valanciunas should have a pretty good game in the paint. It's the
battle of the itinerant Europeans.
Yeah, Valanciunas, or Travis Kelce doppelganger, has been really, really good this season. Very, very underrated year. But him and Capella have been really good this year. But I could see a 2020 game.
All right, give me 2020 a 2020 game. What is it? They play for a quarter and a half, and somebody tests positive, and they quit.
No, it's 20 points, 20 rebounds.
Oh, okay, sorry. I thought you meant a game like 2020.
No.
I'll play the under here, Scott. I think yeah.
Well, Dallas plays at a slow pace, so that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Mavs and the ability to play a little defense. I'll take the defensive improvement over the offensive improvement for the Grizzlies, and the the under is cashed in 6 of the last 7 for the Mavs.
Yeah.
So we'll play with that. So see what happens. I'll lead, and I would also lean Grizzlies. I don't want any part of laying points with this Mavericks team, and it could be a spectacularly horrible pick. Mavs could win by 20 easily.
We'll see.
So, all right, so there's the 2 mandatory games we have to talk about, Scott. Now we've eaten our vegetables, and now we're gonna check out the ice cream. What ice cream do you like tonight, buddy?
Well, looking at the rest of the card, I still have to come up with a play today. So I'm still kind of keeping my options open. I'm not going to be taking the Golden State Warriors tomorrow, minus 11 against Oklahoma City. The streak's finally dead. It was a great run. One of the most interesting games I've seen all year long with Utah. They went from down 17 to up 25. A 42-point swing in about 2.5 quarters.
Don't see a lot of that.
And then they were up 25 or up 24 with 6 minutes to go. I had 16.5, and they gave up a 19-5 run to end the game. So they gave up 42 points to Dort. So, yeah, that was one of the most interesting.
Dort.
But Golden State, this team on the road is so bad. I can't lay 11 with this team. Curry can easily go nuts again. It wouldn't surprise me. And I'm sure Golden State will probably win by 20. But I can't take it, so I'd lean Golden State, but I'm not going to actually use it as a play today. As for anything else, I'm curious about this Miami game against Denver. Am I going to touch this game? Hell no, because both teams have question marks. Miami having a back-to-back, only scoring 86 points after scoring, I believe, 33 in the first quarter against Phoenix yesterday, which is –
yeah, it's 33-27 after the first quarter. I had the Phoenix over. I'm looking pretty good.
Yep, and Miami, after scoring 33 in the first quarter, finished with 86. That's not a good look.
17 points a quarter for the next 3 quarters, my friend.
Not fun. But you're looking
not fun at all.
Denver has a no Murray. This team has also struggled. I'd lean under there, but not really sure. The one game I really, really like, which I have no line on, is the Wizards and Kings total. Put it at 240.
You like the under there?
Of course. I mean, with those defense, yeah, I like the over. You're looking at a healthy Beal, a healthy Westbrook. You look at the Kings; they still play up tempo.
You're a lot of things, but you're not a fast learner, are you?
That has tracked me at all. Well, I can't say I'm not a fast learner because I don't know what the line is.
Well, you got a pretty good idea. It's going to be 235 plus.
It should be around 235 or higher.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yep. So I'll look at the over there.
So how has that worked out with the first? You had the fastest paced teams going at it. How'd that go?
Went under about what was it, 30?
Highest scoring teams, 2 of the 3 highest scoring. How'd that go?
I don't even remember which game that's talking about.
The 2 terrible defenses. Sorry.
You're gonna have to be more specific because there's a lot of games that have terrible defenses.
It was the last one. What was it?
It was the Pelicans Kings.
Pelicans Kings, exactly.
Well, I leaned over. That was mostly because there was a 6-point line move to the over.
How'd that go?
I went under. I didn't like it because the last meeting they had went under. So,
but then again, we had the Lakers and the Sixers, 2 of the best defenses, and you'd like the under there. How'd that go?
It was Lakers Sixers or Lakers Knicks?
What's that?
Lakers Knicks or Lakers Sixers?
Well, I thought it was it Lakers? Was it Lakers Knicks? I thought it was Lakers Sixers.
The fouled 3-pointer at the end. That was the Knicks.
And so how did it end up? I didn't hear you.
At 58 points in the fourth quarter, it went over.
No, I'm sorry. Did we go over or under?
It went over. You can make a statement here, but I don't have a line. So you can't give me a warning about a banana in a tailpipe if I don't know where the tailpipe even is.
Okay, I'm gonna call it 236.
I'd look at the over.
Okay, 238.
Dicier.
Okay,
but assuming it's around the mid 230s, I'd take the over. But the rest of the card here, can I interest you in Charlotte, Cleveland? No, I'm joking.
Please do.
I'd look to Cleveland plus the points just because Charlotte played yesterday. I was right about that under. I was dead right about that under. But
congratulations. I'm not saying you never hit it under.
It's a good feeling. But, yeah, and overall, there's a lot of games in the NBA which either we don't have totals on or they're just not very appealing. I got to look at the Bulls minus 9.5 against Orlando. I've written off the Bulls, a team I'll never bet on, and Orlando's a team that's burned me in the past. But it's a Vucevic revenge game in this spot. No, but you're looking at Orlando. This team's gotten killed. This team has gotten embarrassed repeatedly for the last week and change. Chicago has not been good, but I think you'd agree that based on what Orlando has shown lately or what they haven't shown, Chicago should win this game by double digits.
Agreed.
You think money comes in on Orlando? I don't.
I don't see it.
I don't see it either. So I'd look at Chicago minus 9.5.
Here's a new segment, Scott, as we look at the games. Try to guess the cheapest ticket. There's 2 games where you can get a ticket for $16.
Thunder.
Tell me where they are.
Thunder?
No.
Actually, no, it's probably not because Curry's playing, so that drives up the market.
Apparently, either they're sold out for that game or they're not having a crowd in Oklahoma City because there's no tickets listed for the Thunder or Chicago.
Okay, so cheapest tickets, Rockets?
That is one of them. Correct. Rockets, $16.
Okay, and they're playing the Pacers, so that makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
And I'm torn between – oh, boy. I'm torn between 2 options here.
Okay.
It's either going to be all right, it's either going to be the Bulls against the Magic or it's going to be oh, boy.
There's no price on that. There's no price on that.
It's going to be the Pistons or Clippers, but I think Kawhi and company, if they do play, would draw up the prices. So I'm going to go with the Bulls game.
No, they don't. There's no price on the Bulls game. So either they're sold out or they're not having a crowd. I don't know which it is in Illinois.
I have no idea.
San Antonio, Toronto, buddy.
Okay. I wasn't sure if Florida had gravitated to their Toronto team yet.
No, they have not.
That team's terrible. They can't even.
Most surprising one though, I wouldn't pay $16 to see either one of those. I would pay $18 to see the Knicks and New Orleans play.
That's definitely a good game. I'd pay a blank ticket to see Zion.
Yeah, that'd be good. So anyway, that's fun news.
It's a good segment to add, though. I mean, it's going to be the same teams over and over again.
You got to think so.
Oklahoma City, I thought made sense, and I remember like, oh yeah, Curry's in town, so he automatically drives up a market.
You got to go see Curry.
Yeah.
If I'm going to put a second play out there, Scott. How about How about little Rockets plus 5.5?
That's fair. Truth is, I saw the one. It looked really low.
Yeah.
I think Houston might be live to win that game because Indiana's not very good.
I agree. It's a total fate of Indiana.
I was tempted by the over at 233, but it is a back-to-back for Indiana, and I don't know who's going to play and who's not going to play, so I didn't bother.
Right. I'm good. All right. As always, if somehow you didn't get enough information on all these beautiful contests from us today, feel free to check out winnersandwhiners.com, and I stress the word free because it is free all the time. Deep dives, predictions, every single game, every single day. Make sure you stop and check that out as well. Of course, Scott has his play of the day video, and I have my play of the day of video that will be up shortly. So check those out. Check us out every day on the radio down there in Tampa, 4:00 Eastern time, Monday through Friday, doing a little afternoon drive down there at WWPR 1490 in Tampa. And of course, we appreciate you guys watching here on the YouTube's channel. Make sure that you like our video. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. And, of course, we wish you nothing but the best today. Good luck on all of your plays. Hope every one of those tickets in your pocket turns into cash money back in the window, all right? You guys take care. Have a great day. And we'll see you next time on Today in Sports Betting.